Elisha Gray was an American electrical engineer who co-founded the Western Electric Manufacturing Company. Gray is best known for his development of a telephone prototype in 1876 in Highland Park, Illinois. Some recent authors have argued that Gray should be considered the true inventor of the telephone because Alexander Graham Bell allegedly stole the idea of the liquid transmitter from him. Although Gray had been using liquid transmitters in his telephone experiments for more than 2 years previously, Bell's telephone patent was upheld in numerous court decisions. Gray is also considered to be the father of the modern music synthesizer and was granted over 70 patents for his inventions, that he was one of the founders of Graybar, purchasing a controlling interest in the company shortly after its inception. In 1887, Gray invented the telautograph, a device that could remotely transmit handwriting through telegraph systems. Gray was granted several patents for these pioneer fax machines, and the Gray National Telautograph Company was chartered in 1888 and continued in business as the Telautograph Corporation for many years. After a series of mergers, it was finally absorbed by Xerox in the 1990s. Gray's telautograph machines were used by banks for signing documents at a distance and by the military for sending written commands during gun tests, when the deafening noise from the guns made spoken orders on the telephone impractical. The machines were also used at train stations for schedule changes. Gray displayed his telautograph invention in 1893 at the 1893 Columbian Exposition and sold his share in the telautograph shortly after that. Gray was also chairman of the International Congress of Electricians at the World's Columbian Exposition of 1893. Gray conceived of a primitive closed-circuit television system that he called the telephone. Pictures would be focused on an array of selenium cells, and signals from the selenium cells would be transmitted to a distant station on separate wires. At the receiving end, each wire would open or close a shutter to recreate the image. In 1899, Gray moved to Boston, where he continued inventing. One of his projects was to develop an underwater signaling device to transmit messages to ships. One such signaling device was tested on December 31, 1900. 3 weeks later, on January 21, 1901, Gray died from a heart attack in Newtonville, Massachusetts. Some modern authors incorrectly credit Elisha Gray as the namesake of the Gray Code, which is actually named after 20th century physicist and electrical researcher Frank Gray. Gray wrote several books, including Experimental Researches in Electroharmonic Telegraphy and Telephony, 1867, 1876. Telegraphy and Telephony, Electricity and Magnetism, and Nature's Miracles, a non-technical discussion of science and technology for the general public.